IELTS Listening, Section 4. You will hear a lecturer giving a lecture about the history and impact of electric cars. First, I'll have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Now we shall begin. You should answer the question as you listen because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer the questions.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we'll be discussing the fascinating evolution of electric vehicles, from their early beginnings to their future potential. As we examine this topic, we must consider not only the technology, but also the broader implications for society, the economy, and the environment. Now, most people assume that electric cars are a relatively new invention, but in reality, they date back to the late 19th century. These vehicles were highly regarded for their ease of use, and unlike their steam-powered counterparts, they did not require lengthy startup times. However, what made them particularly attractive was their remarkably well-ordered ride. Compared to the noisy and often unpredictable gasoline-powered automobiles of the time, electric cars provided an unparalleled level of comfort. But of course, their popularity didn't last. As internal combustion engines improved, gasoline-powered cars became the dominant force in the automotive industry. The biggest factor contributing to the decline of early electric cars was the lack of fuel stations that could accommodate their needs. While petrol stations became widespread, the infrastructure necessary for electric charging was virtually non-existent. Consequently, electric cars faded into obscurity. However, in recent years, we've witnessed a dramatic resurgence in interest. What has driven this renewed enthusiasm? The answer lies in growing worries about the environment. With increasing awareness of climate change, governments and consumers alike have been searching for alternatives to traditional fuel-powered vehicles. The carbon emissions produced by gasoline engines contribute significantly to global warming, prompting policymakers to push for greener solutions. A key technological development that has fueled the rise of electric vehicles is the significant improvement in batteries. The early versions of electric car batteries were bulky, inefficient, and expensive. Over time, however, advancements in lithium-ion technology have made them far more effective, allowing for longer driving ranges and faster charging times. Researchers are now focusing on ways to make these batteries even more compact and cost-effective, a factor that could significantly increase their adoption in developing nations. But even with these advances, electric vehicles would not have gained such widespread popularity without financial support from governments. Many countries now offer various forms of incentives to encourage consumers to make the switch. Tax breaks, rebates, and even direct subsidies have been introduced to make electric cars more affordable. These measures not only help individuals purchase vehicles, but also stimulate investment in sustainable transportation infrastructure. Despite their many advantages, electric cars are not without controversy. One of the most significant concerns is the environmental cost of battery production. Extracting the necessary components for battery manufacturing, particularly the rare earth metals required for energy storage, is both expensive and harmful to ecosystems. The process can result in significant land degradation, and there are ongoing debates about ethical sourcing, especially in regions where labor regulations are lax. That being said, efforts are being made to address these issues. Many electric vehicle manufacturers are now focusing on utilizing energy from renewable sources to power their production processes and reduce their carbon footprint. Solar and wind energy, in particular, are being integrated into charging station networks, providing an alternative to coal-powered electricity grids. By reducing dependency on fossil fuels, manufacturers hope to make electric cars an even more sustainable option in the long run. Another challenge facing the industry is the issue of charging time. Many consumers remain hesitant about switching to electric vehicles because of the time it takes to recharge them. Unlike gasoline cars, which can be refueled in just a few minutes, electric cars often require significantly more time. Even with rapid charging stations, users may still find themselves waiting for an extended period before their vehicle is ready for use. Addressing this concern requires further advancements in battery technology, as well as improvements in infrastructure to ensure that charging points are more widely available and efficient. Looking ahead, the future of electric vehicles will likely depend on further improvements in cell efficiency. While current lithium-ion batteries are the industry standard, scientists are now investigating solid-state alternatives, which promise greater durability and energy capacity. Research into these cutting-edge technologies has the potential to revolutionize the sector, making electric cars more practical for a wider audience. Once such developments reach mass production, we could see dramatic shifts in global transportation trends. Finally, safety remains an important aspect of the transition to electric vehicles. Some experts believe that as electric cars become more prevalent, we may see a decline in accidents in urban areas. This expectation is largely based on the integration of advanced driver assistance systems, which are designed to reduce human errors. Features such as automatic braking, lane keeping assistance, and real-time hazard detection are becoming increasingly common. And as artificial intelligence continues to evolve, the likelihood of collisions could be minimized. By 2030, many analysts predict that these technological innovations will make driving safer than ever before. In summary, the transition to electric vehicles is well underway, driven by technological advancements, government policies, and environmental concerns. While challenges remain, the industry is moving rapidly toward a future where electric cars are the norm rather than the exception. That concludes our discussion for today. In our next session, we'll explore how autonomous driving technology is shaping the future of transportation.
That is the end of Section 4. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Please make sure you have transferred all your answers to the answer sheet correctly. The listening test is now over. You may now proceed to the reading section.